Well,
Did you
no. Like,
did
I
you
mean,
not have
yes,
one?
yes, but there's like a reason you could get one. And he's in Knoxville, which is outside of the normal wrestling territory, which is kind of weird.
I thought they.
Not in '84. Like Knoxville was barely worked NWA territory.
No, I mean I thought in the movie they were like northern Georgia, southern Tennessee, like in the mountains over there.
Yeah, like they're in the Tennessee part, and that part of
What was
Tennessee
it? Was it the
didn't have
Tennessee
regular.
part?
Yeah, because they're in the Chattahoochee Park.
I okay. Isn't that part of the area that's like half of it's in Georgia, half's in
Yeah,
Tennessee? Okay,
yeah, but that like there wasn't like a native wrestling area for that. I'm like,
really?
huh? No.
Huh.
I mean, like he could have been from Memphis originally, so it could have been in that whole deal.
So you needed more world building for the kid, is what you're saying.
I wanted more
In
world building for
cocaine
the kid because the kid
in
was
cocaine
awesome.
bear. Let's just make that abundantly clear. In cocaine bear, you wanted more world building and character development.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if we're going to not focus heavily on the cocaine bear, that's what I want. I mean, the problem is, and I'm not saying this is a sexist comment, and you see, if Rune were here, Rune would be going like, wait a minute, guys. But because the director was a woman, she made certain decisions that women would be more interested in. Like, so for me, I would go full balls to the wall on the absurdity of this. To be a bear high on cocaine, like smacking around those European tourists, and said, I bet you're wondering how I got here. Me too, because now all I know, and then they flash the cocaine bear in the museum. How the heck did I end up here? Well, it's a long story. Like a
Okay.
lot of long stories, it started with cocaine. And then we play cocaine.
See, I didn't know that it was do you say directed by a woman?
Elizabeth Banks, who made that shitty Charlie's Angels movie and the OK Pitch Perfect movies.
Okay. Uh,
And they rewrote the
I guess I
script
didn't
to
think
have
about
all
it.
these quirky characters because she came in.
I guess I didn't think about that while I was watching it. It doesn't seem like a movie that it in any vein a woman would write, produce, whatever.
But like you strip out the gore horror aspects of the movie, right? It's a quirky
Well,
movie.
just the stupid premise.
I mean, the premise isn't stupid. So, like, what if instead of the bear just dying from a massive heart attack from eating all the cocaine, what if the bear went on a coke-fied rampage, like they used to say black people would do if they got on cocaine? So
Yeah.
the premise
I
isn't
mean,
stupid, but the thing is, there's
it's kind
really
of
one
stupid.
way you need to do the premise: is you need to just go all in on it. Like there need to have been
See,
more people being killed by the bear because the bear wanted cocaine.
see, I kind of liked. I don't know, maybe maybe you saw it differently, but it was almost awkwardly under the top, which
Right?
to me
That's
made it
because of the woman's input on the show.
see, to me that made it funnier
You guys
because
hear me?
yeah,
Yes,
How do I sound?
you sound
like you're not
fine.
on a mic.
Like I what?
You're not on a mic.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
You sound like you're the Church of Failure action figure.
I am the Church of Failure action figure. That I definitely am.
That's a good descriptor.
I mean, how much would that cost us to make?
I don't know, but it had to have karate chop action.
But anyway, you were walking on Ayrton and I talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, tell
And
me all about Cocaine Bear.
well, we're kind
Well,
of giving our first impressions, then we'll get into talking more in depth.
and
And
my first impression,
yeah,
especially since Rune isn't here, is that this movie was made in certain ways that I don't like because a woman was involved and a woman made certain creative decisions. that a man wouldn't make. Like, for example, you don't care about the people that the cocaine bear murders when it's high on cocaine, do you, Church?
No.
You're
Why
seeing
would
this
why
movie
would I
to
care?
see you're seeing this movie to see people get mauled by a bear high on cocaine.
Yes.
And an over the top like park ranger valiantly going out to shoot the bear because it's high on cocaine.
But not hit the bear because he's also high on cocaine, then get mauled by the bear who's high on cocaine.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the man's perspective on this. So because a woman made this thematically, this movie was about family. That's what made it so powerful.
Well, kind of.
A family high on cocaine and their lovely bear.
Well, actually,
the kids actually do cocaine, and that part's amazing.
and the bear has two bear cubs who also do cocaine.
Everybody does cocaine.
And there's another family of drug dealers who sell cocaine.
And do cocaine?
I mean, probably.
Okay. I mean, the more cocaine, the better.
Yeah.
No, but see, as I was saying when Church so graciously interrupted us, is the fact that it was so awkwardly not over the top, and they tried to make it's you took a B movie like horror director from the 80s, and then you took like a Ryan Johnson type who like thinks they're being all like meaningful and stuff with their storytelling and made them write a movie together. Like, this is kind of what you get. Like, there's a story there, but the story doesn't matter. But the way the actors portrayed the characters played it so like awkwardly straight that I kind of enjoyed it more than if the actors were being over the top. Except for the park ranger. She got a little annoyingly over the top compared to everybody else. But
she showed up for the role that was assigned, not the role that ended up happening.
Well, you see, here's the thing. There were a lot of good actors.
She wasn't bad, but
the mom of the precocious girl who started us through the journey to get to Cocaine Bear was played by Kerry Russell. She did a good job. The kids did a good job. Ray Liotta did an excellent job.
Did he play the bear?
No, he played the head of the cocaine syndicate.
I know he didn't play the bear. I was just being an asshole. Did Pauly Shore play the bear?
I mean,
no, the bear's acting was too good to be Pauly Shore.
I mean, what they should have done is they should have got Michael Irving to play the bear, or Lawrence Taylor.
No, but that was kind of my takeaway. And this was the first movie I've actually gone and seen in a theater since the Elton John Rocket Man movie came out. So that tells you how long it's been since I've actually cared enough to go see a movie. And I'm glad that I went and saw it in the theaters. I will say that there was like 4 other people in there with me.
Yeah, but you had to have an assigned seat, Ayrton.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, I was getting, well, first of all, I didn't know where to buy tickets because there wasn't like a ticket counter like I'm used to from 7 years ago. Yeah. And so I just kind of awkwardly walked up to where someone who was standing by what looked like a register near the concession stand was like, do I get tickets here? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, sorry, I haven't been here in a while. But yeah, so like I go to pay. She's like, oh, you got what seat do you want? I'm like, I don't know, that one, I guess. She's like, okay. Like, all right, whatever.
What does it matter what seat I want? There are 3 people buying tickets for this movie if it's showtime. I'm going to sit wherever I goddamn well please, you fucking hippie.
Yeah, I went at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Anyway,
what seat do I want? The one without a dick in it, you bitch. Now give me my fucking ticket.
Anyway, so let's focus on the bear with the cocaine. So there was lots of family stuff. There was a gang of hooligan children in the park. They were a family.
Sorry, what did you think about the CGI on the bear?
It was fine.
Wait, they didn't get fucking Robert Downey Jr. to play the bear?
No, they should have. But I kind of like
If anybody can act like a cocaine-fueled bear, it's Robert Downey Jr.
You know, that could have been an interesting decision, Church. They could have brought him in as a bear scientist. Like, you know, like a 50s to 60s B movie, like when there's the scientist who advises about the monster, and he's like going, "Oh, bear on cocaine."
But like I kind of like that the CGI looked like it was from 2009. That made it more endearing to me.
So let me paint the picture for you, Church.
Yes.
So I'm gonna imagine you on a plane, snorting cocaine while throwing out bags full of cocaine.
Yeah, a bunch of snakes.
No, there aren't any snakes. It's just cocaine. And like you're there, you're doing your cocaine while you're throwing out the cocaine, because that's how that works when you're a drug dealer.
Right, yeah.
And then you're about to parachute. You're about to parachute out because you got your last thing of cocaine, and then you hit the door and you pass out, and then you die in a plane crash.
Right, tight.
With your cocaine.
Yeah, tight.
So the police are there. The police are like going, "Oh shit! It was the Bluegrass Conspiracy's cocaine." That's the name of the gang. The Bluegrass Conspiracy.
Tight. Gonzo has really done a lot with the place.
And then we get exposed to this little girl who's having some issues because her mom's flirting with her boss and wanted to get married to the boss. And
I don't want to expose myself to any of those little girls, Larry. You've lost me.
Well, that's the problem I was talking about. There needed to be more cocaine. But the actual opening wasn't the guy who died, because they talked about like these Scandinavian tourists who like saw a bear and like going, "I don't think that bear's right," and then the bear mauls the guy's girlfriend to death.
Good.
As you do when you're high on cocaine.
Correct. Yes.
If I had a nickel.
So Ray Liotta goes to his senior henchman, like, "Listen, you got to go into that park, get the cocaine, because the Colombians are going to be kind of pissed that we lost all their cocaine." Is this a relatable story arc for you, Church?
I mean, yeah, so far. I mean, this is just like last Tuesday.
And of course, he's having to take care of his grandkid because his son is kind of not doing well because his wife died. And the fact that his wife died has been exacerbated by the fact that the tattoo parlor fucked up his wife's name on the tattoo.
all of this could have been solved with less cocaine.
Right, but we haven't gotten to the point where less cocaine's even the equation. And so he's got a tattoo that says John on his chest. He's got to wait 7 days before he can get fixed to actually be his wife's name on the tattoo.
Which is Joan.
Joan. Okay. Yeah. How are you going to fix that?
You just make the H and A.
Yeah, because you can totally do that. I've seen both of those letters.
It's feasible. And then there's also a black cop who's he's not 2 weeks from retirement, but he got a Lhasa Apso as a dog from the pound.
It's Riggs, right? Riggs is the cop.
Riggs after eating a whole lot of donuts.
I was gonna say, like, think Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
But for Carl Winslow, it's like Carl Winslow in the later seasons when he lost weight.
Or what about Carl Winslow from Die Hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're all converging on this park. And then the little girl and her best friend play hooky from school because they want to paint Secret Falls.
Yeah, because they want to go get some cocaine.
Well, no. They don't even know the cocaine's on the table yet. But they find some cocaine and they're on their way to the secret vaults. And the little kid goes, "Oh my God, I think that's cocaine because that's what the guy from the girl says. I think it's cocaine because that's what the guy from the Dare program said." And she didn't say Dare program. Though. She said, "Oh, you mean the guy who lost his legs in Vietnam?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I totally knew that was cocaine." Oh
I
yeah.
actually I work with a kid who comes into work occasionally in a Dare shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that every time he comes in that Dare shirt is because he didn't have time to change because he was out partying last night.
I mean,
In the Dare shirt.
That tracks.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, the kid says, "Oh yeah, I've totally done cocaine with people you don't hang out with."
Yeah,
And so,
yeah,
and so
from
the
Canada.
girl,
You wouldn't know him.
and so the girl, gets like a heaping spoonful of cocaine, and they
On a
take it
knife.
orally on a knife, and they take it orally because he says that's what you do. You just swallow the cocaine.
Right. Yeah.
It's like if you tried to watch me do drugs for the first time, Church.
Oh no, you totally do cocaine orally. I want you to see you eat this whole brick, Ayrton.
And
then you'll transform into a bear.
then they start to get kind of hyped up, and then they discover the bear, and they're like going, "Oh shit!" Then the mom realizes her kids aren't home, has to go into the park.
Well,
deal
they were
with the
supposed
bear.
to be at school.
They were, but it's the '80s. We played
Sure.
hooky.
Yeah,
that's what we did. And so she had to go in there. She went to the park ranger. Park ranger was trying to hit on some sort of naturalist who worked at the park. I wasn't really sure what his actual role was.
He was like a hippie conservationist or something.
Yeah. So like this big fat older woman was hitting on a guy who's like in his mid-40s.
Okay.
Which again kind of tracks. And the mom was trying to use their romantic excursion to find her kids, which also tracks.
Right.
And then they find the boy who's up a tree, and he's like going, "Get the fuck up the tree!" Well, why? Shit's going down. And that's when the bear comes out, and all sorts of shenanigans happen. And they're like, the inspector finds the cocaine, and he's like, "Did you give the bear cocaine?" I'm like, "No, the bear found it." The big fat lady gets a giant clawed out hunk of her ass.
Okay.
Because the bear swipes at it. The bear's wanting to come for her. The bear was going to eat the little boy, but the hippie was covered in cocaine. So the bear leapt across the trees to go after the hippie, who was covered in cocaine like a powdered donut.
Like you do.
You see, the movie needed more moments like that. Yeah, the movie needed more moments like that.
You can't just brush that off, Larry. I thought I met my first wife with a funny joke.
I mean, you only got the one wife, though.
Shut up. Because I found her at Woodstock covered in cocaine like a powdered donut.
Oh. So the drug dealers make it to the park, and the weird teenager gang tries to jump them in the bathroom. And the gangbanger is gonna let them go until one of the kids stabs him in the fucking shoulder and bleeds all over his jersey. So he beats the ever-loving shit out of him,
which is great.
And he's gonna leave them there, and then he realizes these motherfuckers have my cocaine. And so there's an interrogation session, and the one kid agrees to lead them off to find where he hid the cocaine, which was only one bag of the multiple bags of cocaine that were dropped in this park. Like multiple duffel bags full of about $20 million in 1984 money worth of cocaine.
Yeah.
And so Ray Liotta's character later, when he shows up, it says, "Listen, the Colombians are going to fucking murder my whole family. That includes you and your son." To his son, who's kind of a whiny little bitch in this movie. It's believable because that's a lot of fucking cocaine that's gone missing. And I mean, I don't know what his Colombian connection was like, but I'd have to say, like, listen, man, bear ate all the fucking cocaine. It's a giant ass bear. What did you want me to do?
What do you want?
They probably don't even know what a bear is down there.
Yes, quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, what are some of the other highlights?
Mute me real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Black cop shooting off the black gang member's fingers.
Oh yes.
And they call out the fact that the finger shooting is doesn't work continuity wise in the movie.
Yeah, because he took one shot and blew off two fingers that were not next to each other. I think it was like his middle finger and pinky. I think that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Let's see. The bear passes out on
top of the
drug
lord's
son. Just, has a nice little drug crash right there.
As you do when you're on cocaine.
Yeah. Man.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Usually when you get tired while you're on cocaine, you just do some more cocaine.
Well, the bear didn't have any more cocaine at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how they get the bear off, is they take some of the cocaine that was stashed on top of the gazebo and throw it.
They could have just used old two-stroke to get the bear off.
Well, actually, what they dropped from the cocaine.
It's a female bear.
Yeah. And then they like made snow on the bear with the cocaine.
Oh, right.
So there's this really cool gory scene in the ranger station where the bear's in there eating on some people and crazed because it's eating people and it's on cocaine. Yeah. And there's like an ambulance crew that comes in and they're like, do.
Wait, you forgot a part. The park ranger.
The park ranger blows one of the teenage gangbangers' head clean off because she's trying to shoot the bear. And yeah, she misses.
Well, no, he gets in front of her.
Yeah, he gets in front of her, but still, she misses the bear.
Well, yeah.
But it freaks the bear the fuck out.
Then they use the teenager's body that she just killed to try and barricade the door from the bear. And then the ambulance or EMS people try and get in and have to shove past the half-headed body laying on the floor. That was a good scene.
So what you're telling me is this is like Oscar Emmy material.
Oh, yeah. They could probably win a Tony if they really tried.
Okay.
I mean, I think there should be Cocaine Bear the musical. Absolutely.
Cocaine Bear on Ice. That's the sequel where they're on meth.
So it ends up with Ray Liotta.
Wait. No, we can't breeze past that either. That's a genius idea. We make a franchise out of this bitch. We take Cocaine Bear to an ice rink and make it about Meth Bear.
Well, no, they're actually, there was a shark that did some cocaine.
No, but Cocaine Bear on ice. Meth, ice.
I get it.
No, I get it. What they're planning to do, though, is Cocaine Bear versus Cocaine Shark.
Now, that's also, I would watch that. But then I would also watch Bear versus Shark on ice.
Yeah.
The drug animal cinematic universe.
Yes.
The cinematic
and it's all like
Christian.
And you bring in M. Night Shyamalan to do a 3-hour movie about a koala that smokes pot, and at the very end, Cocaine Bear sitting in a diner drinking coffee.
Well, I mean, hold on, the koalas already do drugs. They like
yeah,
chew
that's right.
menthol.
I
So they're
know.
fucking high on menthol all the time. And also, like 95% of the koalas have chlamydia.
I thought it was syphilis.
Now it's chlamydia.
No, I'm
That's less exciting.
I'm gonna have to look that up now.
But like you can get no, it's gonorrhea. It's actually gonorrhea.
That's right.
And you can get it from handling the koalas too much. So just remember, guys, if you have gonorrhea, tell your girlfriend you were helping out at the zoo with some koalas.
No, it is chlamydia.
Oh, it is chlamydia.
Yeah.
But still, the drip and the chlamydia, those are both really gross. Gross.
Yeah, the chlamydia is the clap.
Chlamydia is the clap. That's right.
The drip is gonorrhea or syphilis.
Yeah. So Ray Liotta, he struggling with one of the last bags of cocaine, and he nearly killed Cocaine Bear, but Cocaine Bear got some cocaine and got up like Popeye and like cut open his guts, and then the babies are eating his intestines. That's how Ray Liotta goes out in his last role.
Okay.
Which is fantastic.
Oh wait, didn't he die?
Yeah,
he died.
No, I mean like die, like for real.
He died. Yeah. This is his last role. This is the last movie Ray Liotta will ever be in.
That's a good way to go out.
Like, for example, if you want to headcanon this, that it's really Henry Hill, and how Henry Hill died trying to get cocaine away from a bear, you could fucking do that in this movie.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
You can make this movie a sequel to Goodfellas in your mind if you want to.
Ray Liotta just evolves into Paulie from The Sopranos. I'm going to get that cocaine from that bear. Ain't no two-timing bear going to get one over on me.
And the Cocaine Bear almost made its full budget in its opening weekend.
Good.
Yeah, it did. So what was it, 23.9 or something?
Yeah, and it was like 25 million budget.
Yeah.
Is that better than Ant-Man?
As a percentage of the budget made in the opening week, yes.
Yeah, Ant-Man did like 32 something, I think. And then dropped 60% in the next week.
70%.
Oh, 70%.
It's the largest single drop for a Marvel movie from opening weekend to second weekend. And, by the way, the Secret Wars Avengers movie that's come up, the Kang Dynasty and all that nonsense. Yeah, the guy who wrote Ant-Man and the Wasp, Volume 3, Quantumania, wrote those movies.
Well, good.
Awesome.
Marvel...
I don't know if you remember.
Front-loaded all their wins, so now they're have to cash in the L's that they've acquired in their box.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys remember last week when I went to try and talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp, and all I really had to say was it was boring and nothing really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forget how long is that movie? It was over 2 hours, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like the joke for Wakanda Forever. Yeah. Wakanda Forever, and it sure feels like it.
And Cocaine Bear was
probably a sweet 92 minutes or some shit.
Yeah, it was like 95 minutes. It was
right in that sweet spot, the golden curve of movies.
Yeah, it was fast paced. Like it didn't feel rushed though. None of it, even though there was some of the stuff Larry didn't like about the writing, I didn't feel like it got bogged down at all. It was just nice, solid 95 minutes of just like stupid. It didn't overstay its welcome. Perfect amount of time.
Well, as you guys may have noticed, I had to change my headline this week.
Okay.
So while I was out and about this week,
a Vortex like the optic company.
No, man, the restaurant.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So I was out and about, and well, I've actually prepared something to read for you this week
Okay.
about this new investment of mine. See, I quit my job, I sold everything I owned, and I bought in as to walk in as CEO of this company.
The best burgers in Atlanta.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and there's a reason for that. Again, I've written up a little piece here. If you'll just bear with me.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to see what it was.
The title of the piece that I've written is called "Just Stroke It." So several years ago, a good customer of the Vortex presented us with a carved wooden phallus, slightly over a foot tall, that he had purchased in Thailand. He explained that if we displayed it near the front of our door, it would help attract money and bring success. We thanked him for his thoughtfulness and immediately placed it among the liquor bottles behind the bar. Soon after, we were contacted by the Travel Channel and featured on Man vs. Food. That television exposure undeniably helped our business. So was the whole chain of events purely coincidental? I don't think so. In fact, I was so convinced of the power contained in this wooden wang that I made it a personal mission to help spread the good fortune of our loyal patron. I connected with an old artist friend and commissioned a bigger, better version of the magical phallus. On Easter Sunday of 2014, the new 3-foot-high piece of sculpted mahogany splendor known as the Dick of Destiny was installed at our Midtown Vortex. Since that time, hundreds, maybe even thousands of customers have given our big wooden dick a good rub and made a wish, said a little prayer. Does it work? Many people say that it does. Imagery of the phallus has been used prevalently and widespread throughout the world since the beginning of recorded history, found within art and religious practices of many cultures. The phallus is symbolic of strength, fertility, and good fortune, prosperity, and protection. So the next time you visit the Midtown Vortex, just stroke our big dick and see what happens. The universe is a mystery. What have you got to lose?
Now, can I pull this up on the screen? I just looked it up. I'm not sure if I can. I kind of want to.
I mean,
anyway,
it's just
so.
art.
True, it's art.
Susan's not on YouTube anymore.
That's a 3-foot tall mahogany dick, guys.
So were you the artist who made that penis, Church? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah, Larry,
Well,
I modeled
this
for
place.
him.
I discovered this place, and the first thing I said is, I got to tell the boys about this.
Well, looks like I'm gonna need to take a trip to Atlanta.
Yep. You'll never stroke a dick that big ever again in your life, Ayrton.
Oh, that is amazing.
No, that's
where did you find that?
Huh?
Where did you find that?
I literally wandered into the place.
Oh, you were actually there?
Yes. Yeah, we were at a show. We were at a print show, and me and my boss. And he was like, I know this great place for lunch. So,
all right.
yeah, I went in and I was like, what the fuck are we doing? What kind of fucking place is this? And then I read that they have that thing that I just read printed up on the back of their menu.
Did you rub it?
Yes. Of course I rubbed the giant dick.
Did you send
Wouldn't
your
you?
wife a picture? Did you send your wife a picture of you doing that?
Yes.
And you didn't show us. How dare you? That is amazing.
Some things I just don't let out onto the internet. But no, it was interesting. And again, the first thing I thought is, I got to tell the boys about this weekend.
Now, how was the food?
Food's pretty good.
Oh, all right.
A little bit overpriced, but the company was buying.
Yeah, it's always a gamble with places like that. Either it's entirely gimmick and everything sucks, or it's actually really good. There's no like in between where it's just kind of
no. The burgers are really good. All I had was a burger. So I mean, if you go there and order something and it's terrible, don't say, "Church, you lied to me." I
mean, I
ordered a
will
burger. It
anyways.
was a decent
Hold
burger.
up.
It was cooked well.
Hold up. I just had an idea for a theme restaurant called Trouser Snakes. It's all
Oh yeah,
about snakes and sausages.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Could be a hot dog.
Maybe
stand.
maybe develop a gimmick pant leg to serve some of this shit in.
Yeah.
You know, like a sausage slipping out of the bottom of a pant leg.
So we're gonna go in and buy like a hot dog cart then, right? And
I mean, the hot dog cart involves the mafia. The mafia might require us to sell some cocaine, and then we'll have to fight a bear.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm down. But you know, here's the thing: if we do a hot dog cart, we somehow have to make like our 6-inch hot dogs sell as footlongs to help men out everywhere.
We'll call it the foot long in quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a small
No,
foot. Like
No,
it's-
what we do is we call it the footlong, so we measure from the tip of the sausage to the back of the taint.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It is a foot long if you take it all the way back to the spleen.
Let's see, how much is a hot dog cart?
Ayrton over here crunching numbers.
All right. 2,500.
What about 20 grand?
2,500 bucks.
Oh no shit!
Yeah. And then just get a
That's-
Costco membership.
And you gotta get a food license.
It depends on where
No,
you go.
you don't. You just get shut down once a week. Everybody knows this is where you get the best food.
But yeah, so like 2,500 bucks, Costco membership, food license, you know, whatever. That's easy.
Yeah.
And then just some clever marketing. Church, you can make the shirts and signs. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
There's a Hot Dog Cart Depot is the website. They have curbside delivery for your hot dog.
Set up outside of strip clubs.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you know you're already fucking hammered when you're going into a strip club anyway.
Now, I don't know about strip clubs where y'all are, but here the strip clubs have good food.
It depends on the strip club.
Like
There's a couple around the area that are decent and have some decent food. There's a couple where you don't even want to drink the booze you have to take in there to drink.
Yeah.
Let's
in
see. Do
Tampa,
we
there was-
want to? Would we
there
want a
was a strip-
sneeze guard added onto this?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In
What about
Tampa, there's
what
a-
about a prep shelf? I don't know
Yeah.
what that means. Okay.
Yes.
In
So-
Tampa, there's a strip club that has a buffet that's so good, like people legit go there on their lunch
For the
break
food.
from work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I used to go to a strip club for lunch every day. I mean, there was no stripping going on during the lunch hours. There was some table dancing.
Oh no, no, in Tampa, you got strippers stripping at 11 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know if I want gas near my food though.
I mean, you can't do that because that's a violation of the health
Look, if
code.
there's an exposed gash in the building, it's too close to my food.
So yeah, if we add on those two options, it's $2,797.
$2,800.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll buy that right now. Surely we can all support our own current lifestyles with a hot dog cart. Let's go, boys.
And I have a vehicle that could tow it.
To be a wandering vagabond with a hot dog cart.
Don't tempt me.
Where did you show up? You want a hot dog, motherfucker? Be on the lookout. We're coming to a town near you.
Oh, come on. That's a great gimmick.
Suck my wiener.
You know, just play John Mellencamp over and over.
Yeah,
make sure there's chili for people.
we get licenses to like 2 songs. We play one of them 17 times in a row, and the other one only every 18 songs.
Yeah. What? Okay, Larry, what do we want to move to next? Kotaku.
I mean, I thought we would talk about. I thought we would talk about how they're planning to desecrate James Bond.
That one I do
Wait,
have. That
we've
one
talked
pulled up
about
as
that
well.
before.
No, they're doing
a
it again.
No, they're doing something else. Okay, hold on. Let me.
But they haven't done the first thing yet.
Exactly. All right. So
I'll let you read that one, Ayrton.
Independent. James Bond books. All right. James Bond books rewritten to remove quote offensive references.
Oh Jesus!
Racial references have been removed from Ian Fleming's James Bond novels following a sensitivity review. Terms such as the N-word, which featured in his writings from the
Look,
50s
I have read
and
every
60s.
James Bond, and at no point does he say the N word. He uses the hard R. How can they remove something that's not even in the book? Come on now.
Let's see.
Type it out. Say it with your chest.
Some depictions of black people have also been reworked or removed, but references to other ethnicities, including the use of a term for East Asian people in Bond's mocking views of Oddjob, Goldfinger's Korean henchmen, remain. Let's see, revised lines includes Bond's assessment in Live and Let Die that African would-be criminals are pretty law-abiding chaps, I should have thought, except when they've drunk too much, which has been changed to pretty law-abiding chaps, I should have thought. Let's see. However, references to the sweet tang of rape, blithering woman doing a man's work, and homosexuality being described as a stubborn disability have been kept in.
Based.
A disclaimer accompanying the new editions is expected to read, this book was written at a time when terms and attitudes which might be considered offensive by modern readers were commonplace. Let's see, a number of updates have been made in this edition while keeping as close as possible to the original text and the period in which it is set. It comes after Ian Fleming's Publications Limited, which owns the rights to his work, commissioned a review by sensitivity readers of the James Bond series. The Independent has contacted Ian Fleming Publishing Limited for comment. The new issues are set to mark 70 years since the publication of Mr. Fleming's first novel, Casino Royale. Comes weeks after it merged that Roald Dahl's books were being rewritten to remove language considered offensive. Yeah, we
Like
talked
James
about
and
that.
the Giant Peach, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about all that.
I mean, so what? The girl has a giant peach. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's super annoying, and now I'm really pissed that I don't know where my old copies of the James Bond books are at the moment.
You find them or order some new ones.
Well, I'll have to order old ones off of eBay, which are probably going to jump up, and they're going to jump up in price too.
I mean, don't you have used bookstores in Detroit?
Not good ones.
No, those burn first.
No, there's actually a couple fairly big ones like down in the city where I don't go. But we have like some little like boutique shops like in Ann Arbor and stuff, but they kind of suck, honestly. At least the last time I was there, I don't know, several years ago. But yeah, I mean, are you guys surprised that they're doing this?
No.
With after what we talked about with what they want to do with the movies and stuff? I mean, it's
absolutely not. This has been coming for a long time, and we all knew it. Nobody said anything. Now it's here, and nobody can say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when did the sensitivity writing become a thing? Like, what was the first thing they did that with?
It's been
The
a thing.
first thing they did it with was so far back that you can't conceive it because it was the fucking the Comics Code Authority and the ESRB and all of these rating platforms deciding what you can and can't consume.
Well, that's different than like rewriting something that's already been written, writing standards.
What's different about it? They had to edit shit that was already written. The story was written, and then somebody read it and said, "No, people can't read this. Rewrite it."
Okay, well, I'm talking about something that's published that people had already read. Like, I want to know what the first big thing that they did that with now.
Any kind of movie that they made a TV version for, or any kind of
That's
album
true.
that they made a radio version for.
That's a good point. Ooh, how to become a sensitivity reader? Should we apply for this?
Hell yeah.
I mean, do you have a degree in feminist studies that I'm not aware of?
No, but I can probably fake one.
I mean, the problem is all the people who work in the industry hire their friends.
So I have to seduce a couple fat
Could
chicks.
you lie to somebody with blue hair long enough to become their friend and get hired on at this job, Ayrton?
Probably. Oh, it's a certification? Let's see. So here's how you become a sensitivity reader. 1, you want to make a difference in the world. 2, you love to read. 3, you belong to a marginalized group. 4, you want to work from home.
Hey, Ayrton, you do belong to a marginalized group. People with micro penises.
True. Let's see. They have personal experiences to draw upon, and they understand that they are not censoring others. Are you serious?
No, they're not serious.
Holy shit.
They have to justify it, man.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a deep dive. The Fussy Librarian, how to get started as a sensitivity reader. Oh, this is really long and looks really boring. I don't want to read all of this. It's only like 4 paragraphs, but still. Let's see. If you're an author, writer, or avid reader, you may already have the right tools to get started working as a sensitivity reader. Which specific niches would you be qualified for? Are you a member of the LGBTQ community? Are you Hispanic, Indian, obese, African American, Muslim, a little person, Asian? Do you have experience with mental illness, foster care, etc.? Hone in on your niches and be very specific about what types of project you're qualified to review. They offer free sensitivity reads to fellow authors, friends of friends, or acquaintances. Once you've done a handful and you are happy and you have happy, satisfied clients, ask them for testimonials.
I've actually paid for a sensitivity reader on things I have read.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because it's
Just
a friend
to
of mine who I wanted her insight because of the things I was writing. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't completely out my ass sideways.
So you wanted to be as offensive as humanly possible? Is that what?
No. No. And also, she was editing the work that I was writing. So she agreed to throw in like a little bit of a sensitivity read, include that with the editing.
Dude, this is hilarious. I think we could make a fake person and we could totally
Bruh. No.
Be so easy.
No, bruh. RuneKnight is differently abled. He's a member of the LGBTQ plus up, down, left, right contra code community. And he's part of the pagan community, so he's a minority religious person.
Clever.
So that's 3 things right there.
I was just gonna say 30 years of experience working with special needs people.
Mhm. And you could always say you're part of an unusual racial and ethnic minority, which I'm gonna post here in the side chat. I mean, you could also claim this too, Church.
What? How do you say this?
Melungeon.
Oh, this is definitely church, 100%. I don't think he can actually pull this up. I think he's on his iPad. Melungeons are an ethnicity from the southeastern United States who descended from Europeans, Native Americans, and sub-Saharan Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see,
Yeah,
they were
but only from the waist down.
right. They were associated with settlements in the Cumberland Gap area of Appalachia, which includes portions of East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Eastern Kentucky. Huh.
And in North Carolina, they called themselves Portuguese. Or Cuban.
All right. This is so weird. How have I never heard of this before?
That's nothing. There's a conspiracy theory that Lincoln's a Melungeon.
Why would that be a conspiracy theory?
I mean, Lincoln has suppressed that information.
Oh yeah, because he was a massive racist and hated black people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So, are we going to talk about how Lord of the Rings is the pipeline to becoming a Nazi?
I think we should talk about that.
Oh yeah. Do we actually have a link to that article or just the screenshot of it?
Well, we do have a link to the article. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Is that, yeah,
I mean, it's like an older one. Or do you want to talk about how Woody Harrelson talked about how the drug companies want to control us all through the media, and the media is like going, "No, that's not true."
Well, I actually have a funny bit about the Lord of the Rings thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it where the actual original link was.
But basically, they're saying reading things like 1984, Animal Farm, and Lord of the Rings makes you a right-wing extremist, right?
Or any show that features the government being incompetent.
Yes. So,
oh, that's also in there?
Yes.
What I want to know is why Wizards of the Coast is pushing right-wing propaganda then.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because Wizards of the Coast recently announced that they have a theme set of Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering cards coming out.
So how long before we get a Lord of the Rings in 1984, ironically enough, sensitivity rewrite?
Well, here's the other fun thing about Lord of the Rings is Warner Brothers is making a Lord of the Rings cinematic universe.
Ugh.
So we're going to finally get that Tom Bombadil movie.
No, we're not. Never gonna get that fucking Tom Bombadil movie. Kind of like we'll never get a remake of Howard the Duck.
I mean, would love that.
They're planning to make him a TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no faith in it now. If you would have told me this like 8 years ago, I might have been like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. But not now. Okay, let's see. This is from the Daily Mail. You must be having a laugh. Yes, Minister and the thick of it were among the
satire programs flagged by beleaguered counterterrorist schemes for encouraging far-right sympathies. That's a tongue twister of a mouthful of a fucking
Let's see.
headline.
Some of Britain's most popular. Yeah. Some of Britain's most popular image by counter. Does this really count if it's in the U.S.?
What? Hello?
Did you just post in the chat?
Eric
What did
died.
you just chat, Church?
I think Ayrton behind.
Eggship prevent scheme recently the subject. Huh?
Yeah, I think you're behind, Doug.
Singled out comedies Yes Minister and The Thick of It, the 1955 epic war film, The Dam Busters, and even the complete works of William Shakespeare as possible red flags of extremism. It said the work of fictions were key texts, fictional / premise. It goes on to say a bunch of other bullshit. The taxpayer-funded document included references to The Lord of the Rings, Brave New World, Secret Agent, 1984, and poems of G.K. Chesterton. I don't think I'm familiar with him. I guess I'm clear.
Hold up.
It
Hold
also
up. You
references
need to
films
become
including-
familiar with that. You need to become familiar with G.K. Chesterton because he is extremely based. And I'm going to read you some G.K. Chesterton quotes
right,
so that you can become labeled officially. Progress is a comparative of which we have not settled the superlative. Progress should mean that we're always changing the world to fit the vision. Instead, we're always changing the vision. My attitude towards progress has passed from antagonism to boredom. I have long ceased to argue with people who prefer Thursday to Wednesday because it is Thursday. Men invent new ideals because they dare not attempt old ideals. They look forward with enthusiasm because they are afraid to look back. Tradition means giving votes to the most obscure of all classes, our ancestors. It is democracy of the dead. Tradition refuses to submit to the arrogant oligarchy who merely happens to be walking around. So you can understand how this could label you as a subversive person if you are familiar with G.K. Chesterton.
See, now I love how being essentially you don't want to be under a bunch of totalitarianism just makes you a far right extremist in our point in this timeline. That just, I don't know, that makes me warm and fuzzy on the inside.
As it should.
Yeah.
But on that note, fellas, I do have to go.
All right, man.
All right. Sayonara.
Have a good one. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, Rune will make it.
Hopefully. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into him. Oh, he was a Catholic literary revival writer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll Sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. All right. Anyways, let's see. Where is? Let's see. Spider-Man. I was really hoping to save this for Rune to show up because I thought he was going to have some fun things to say about it. But
I mean, I'm thinking we're at 50%. We could cut the show at 50%.
It's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
And that way we can be refreshed and better for the next show.
All right. Let me just get this closed out. All right. Any last words then?
Good night, everybody.
All right. Yeah, I guess since Church isn't here, somebody else should say it.